Hey, what's up, Aquarius? Welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading for you, asking what's coming towards you at the time of viewing this. Take only what resonates and what empowers you. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Aquarians and cross-watchers to say a little prayer for you, say hi in the comments section. It just lends us some of your energy, your presence, so that we've got something we can focus on. It's like a direct path to you. And only love and light in this space, you guys. Only good intentions and positivity. I seal that with my intention. We start with a strength card, you guys. Two very interesting cards to fly out for you. And I want to, interesting. Okay, notice the yellow in the strength card. Strength card talks about strength that you have, but you may not know that you have. It's like a muscle that atrophies if it's not used. So this is not to say that you've got weak muscles. This is to say that you're getting a chance to strengthen certain ones. Notice the yellow. And in the next card, Ten of Swords, upside down. Ten of Swords talks about an ending, sometimes an abrupt, sudden, harsh ending, sometimes attached to betrayal, but this is upside down, and I want to find out why. But for now, just focus on the yellow and how the strength here, the yellow represents the strength. It represents courage. And the yellow in the Ten of Swords represents it's always darkest before the dawn. This is the sun coming up. So let's keep going. We notice that symbolism in tarot is what makes it so cool, right? And there's a message in it for us. Now we've got more yellow. We've got the Six of Cups. This is good times, playfulness, sometimes children in the picture, you know, if you've got kids and maybe they're playing a role in this reading's message. But also it's nostalgia. So it could be good memories. It could be people from your past coming out of the woodwork, old friends, maybe relatives. Okay, let's keep going. Where is this going? So something's changing here. You might not see it coming. Wheel of Fortune. It feels almost like it's carrying this energy of an opportunity, another chance. The Wheel of Fortune reminds us that we're exactly where we're supposed to be at this time. So it makes you consider all the steps that got you here and nothing was by mistake. It's confirmation that things are rolling out the way they're karmically meant to. But also the Wheel of Fortune brings good news. And sometimes it brings people back. We've got two cards that suggest that an opportunity or a person is coming back here. Let's unpack these some further. What's this strength card mean for my Aquarians? Where do they need strength? Your own self-limiting beliefs. You might be telling yourself something and you're keeping yourself down. There's collaboration here. There's the element of others being in your reading. What role are they playing for you, Aquarius? Because I think that this is where you're getting a chance to look at where you might be limiting yourself. Something you might be telling about these people. This can even sometimes be therapy. It can be our work coworkers. You know, it can be basically people who we're collaborating with for a shared common goal. Shoot, like even in love readings, it can be online dating. So you kind of see the theme there. So you're getting an opportunity to break the ceiling of a thought process here in regards to this collaboration, working together to make something happen. And I like this. I like the Knight of Swords because it suggests like, okay, this conversation's coming towards you and you don't have to do everything yourself. But you do have, with a lot of speed, it's coming in quickly. We've got somebody who wants to talk to you about something regarding this collaboration. I think it's directly correlating to maybe where you get stopped in your thought process. And this is where you're encouraged. This is all unpacking the strength card. This is where you're encouraged to work that muscle, right? So this is really intriguing. It's always darkest before the dawn. There's that yellow here. And it correlates with that strength card for some reason for you. But when we have this Ten of Swords upside down, it's suggesting that we might be holding on to something. We might be holding on, in this case, some of you guys have already experienced this ending, but you haven't cut the cords between you and whatever ended. And so it's hanging on. It's almost like those words still sting. They ring in your ears. Or there's still remnants of that energy, not letting go. Let's just find out. What's this Ten of Swords in reverse? Chariot card. Well, something's moving fast. Tell me more. Sometimes the Ten of Swords is an ending that you get another chance with. Some of you guys are going to be like, I don't want another chance with that crap. I know. Where's this Five of Wands? What's the Seven of Cups? It's like you're revisiting a choice, or you're holding on to a choice. Oh, but there's a hurry up and wait feeling here. There's conflict. It's either out of conflict or inner conflict with this Queen of Cups. This is another energy. This is where you're emotionally connected. You're emotionally connected to this still. And it's creating conflict. Some of you guys, it's just inner conflict. Other people can't see it. But it's about moving on. And so you've got a tug of war going on here, boo. Because we got the Ten of Swords, and you're being beckoned by that yellow light, right? That yellow it's the sun coming up. And it's being able to see your strength. It's being able to work that muscle, right? Letting it go. But we have this coming in whether you like it or not. The sun is coming up. You can't stop the sun, boo. You cannot stop that light. You can't stop the dawn from dawning. But yet, I think that this is where it tugs, right? This is the war it's making. Is that there's all these options, right? There's all these options. Not all that glitters is gold. And in some of these cups, there's treasure. And some of these cups, there are serpents. And it's like you're almost getting, what is it called? Like decision paralysis. It's like there's this fear of making a decision. And I feel like it's a fear of moving on. So let's give you a couple examples. Throw out the woo talk for a second. If this is a job, right? This is like, okay, you might have gotten all indications from the universe that you need to move on and make some choices, new choices in your occupation, maybe getting a new job, moving forward somehow, but you're still holding on to the past. You're still holding on to something that is done. Because it's something you're familiar with, probably. You just don't want to make the wrong choice. But there's something now, and if this is relationships, it's the same thing. You're very much tied emotionally to this thing still, this person, and moving on is difficult, even though you have every indication from the universe that it's time, and you have every indication from the universe that it's actually a really glorious journey forward. It's coming at you no matter what, right? That dawn is dawning. But the conflict, the war between the tug of war, like the tug and the pull of it, is the emotions. This either it's an individual, could be a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, or it could be you represented by that watery energy, and it's empathic and it's open, and the heart wants what it wants, right? Okay, so there's our tug of war. So where do we go from there? Well, we've got Six of Cups. This is that nostalgic energy. Let's open up a new deck of cards and ask about this. Because, the nature of life is that it wants to march forward. It wants to progress forward. When we hold on to something that has died, and that can be a chapter, it can be an old job or an old relationship, it creates turbulence. It creates pain. So it's usually resisting what is that creates pain, that creates fighting and conflict. What's this Six of Cups? Because Six of Cups is a beautiful energy. Oh, there's our Three of Pentacles. That Three of Pentacles is there to help you, boo. I don't know. I think it's, I feel like there's outside energies around you that want to help you move forward past this. Get reattached to your inner wisdom. There's something connected to your past here that it's depleting you. Five of Pentacles is depletion. It's just look at that picture, right? They're out in the cold. They're all bumped up and bruised up and on crutches. This is scarcity. And what's creating the scarcity is a detachment from that inner wisdom, the hermit energy. This is the belief that I know the unknown. I can have faith in something inside me connected to spirit We have a channel. We've got a channel to such great wisdom. And that's the reminder of that lantern that the Hermit is holding. In the deepest of darks, the lantern will light the way, but not if you're not if you're not acknowledging it, right? So it's like there's something from your past here, connected to nostalgia, connected to possibly children, that you're holding on to the loss of, you're holding on to the vacancy. It feels like you're holding on to a vacancy. I mean, no hotel's going to ever fill their rooms if all they do is focus on the vacancies. We got to keep them vacant. Like, you can't make money that way. Yeah, you can't move forward. You can't have success. And so it's the focusing on this vacancy. You don't even see the wisdom that's waiting to get in, right? You can't even see the light of your own lantern. And so we've got this interesting continuous thread, this reminder that you've got somehow collaboration, either a therapist or co-workers that want to help support you, move you along. And it's like they want to move, maybe it's even a dating app, because the whole nature of a dating app is moving forward, finding the next person, and that's a can of worms, isn't it? Dating apps. But that ending wants to happen. And it's important to recognize this ending and pay it homage, because this is a wise ending. This is meant to happen. It's also a rebirth. The death card is always a rebirth as well. It's making room for new people, new things, new opportunities. You got to clear out the old. So reflecting on this so far, Aquarius, this is a really great time to cut cords, to literally open your doors and your windows, sage your house, sage your apartment, sage your car if you live in a car. Sweep out, sometimes even taking a broom literally and sweeping out old energy. Whatever you need to do, you can create your own ritual. We can do that as human beings. We have this interesting fascination with ritual and metaphor and physical objects, tokens, to represent things that we can't see, the spiritual. So grab onto all of it, because this needs to move out. Something wants to come in. It's always darkest before the dawn. Just let that sunlight in, right? So now we have Wheel of Fortune. This is going to be an extended. If you're with me so far, we're going to, because I feel like it's chapters. I feel like we're unfolding just the first big chapter, but I know that this is helpful. My nose is itching wildly, and that's a good sign. So that link will be in the description box below. I've just made up my mind. We are definitely doing an extended where we're going to get advice on what's next. Wheel of Fortune. This, speaking of what's next, for those who don't want to follow me over to the extended, this is going to be touching on that. Okay? What's our Wheel of Fortune? Because Wheel of Fortune brings good things in when it's upright. Feel the feels. There's that Queen of Cups. Boo, who is this? Now, if this is you, this is just emphasizing feel the feels. Let this run through you. Remember, Aquarians, we're conduits. What happens when we stick our finger in a power socket or whatever, electrical socket, right? Electricity is always going to use us to travel to the ground. But we're like that with everything, right? If you ever gotten goosebumps and this physiological reaction when you hear beautiful music, when you hear a singer, her voice or his voice, and you're just like, oh, you break out in goosebumps or tears come to your eyes, you're feeling it. We amplify each other. We're all connected, but we're meant to move this energy through. And that's really important here. That's what your reading is all about. Let it move through you. Let the good, the bad, and the ugly. And just know that they're like old trains rattling through an old station. Like, not to compare you to an old train station, but yeah, hold on to that metaphor. Because this is disappointment, this is sadness, but behind this spilled milk is 2 full cups. And I like to imagine with the 5 of Cups that these cups go on and on and on, way past the border of this card. So I'll go like this. These are the full cups, not the empty ones. But it's all pertaining to emotion and possibly this character, Queen of Cups, compassion, nurturing energy, sensitive energy. This is energy that makes great art. This is energy that loves deeply. Yeah. So if this is somebody you've lost, somebody you got to move on from, feel the feels. And if you need to go running, and if you need to go dancing, if you need to cry it out, everybody has a way of expressing it. And expression is that energy moving through. So what else? What else is, and so this is a good thing. This is about the wheel finally turning forward, because you're holding on to something that wants to move forward, right? And that creates pain. You've got support here. I love it. The bottom of the deck, we've got the Judgment card, and that is like huge growth spurt, right? That's going from crawling to walking, because you don't care if you get bumps and bruises on the way. All the bumps and bruises, if you fall down, they fade in comparison to the ability to walk and dance and run, right? So this is a growth spurt that you need. Because what's around the corner? What's around the corner? Tower card. What is around the corner? Things are coming to a head in your life. That's why the Tower card flew out. Is movement forward. Oh my gosh, how perfect. Ha! You're going to get a kick out of this. So yeah, so it's moving some things to the surface. This is bringing everything to the surface, right? Get it out, clean those pores of life. And here we have this. The first card we started with, the Strength card, and moving forward. You have now, this, you can't hear, I'm just like freaking out right now. We started talking about a muscle that atrophies, not because you're weak, but because it hasn't been used for a while. You have used this muscle by the end of this reading and this wheel card. That is proof that you're moving through things. You're getting these things out of your body, out of your emotions, working them through, and you're making fresh plans using this muscle, using this strength. Two of Wands. You could be possibly traveling, because it is sometimes a travel card, but it's about putting pen to paper, brainstorming, getting inspired with what's next and looking towards the future. And I will finish it off before I go to the extended. That, Aquarians, you've got one foot in the future. You're meant to. We're in the age of Aquarius, right? We're going forward. We're moving massively forward. So that's your element. I'm sending you off with love and light. I hope this was helpful, and maybe I'll see you in the extended. Bye-bye.